welcome to the results of the fabric wheel of fate. We have one fail and one success, and that's just how it goes. Hello, my name's Carole and this is my channel. So Carole, thank you for joining me on one of the last of the series of my fabric wheel of fate. So this was where I had 6 fabrics that I kept just bypassing by in my fabric stash and I wanted to use up, and I've let a wheel decide which ones I used. Last time I was very unlucky and I chose the one I've been dreading all along, and it was this Chevron fabric. And I was probably right to have left it in the wardrobe in the fabric stash, and I think that's where it should have been. I had so many suggestions from you about what to use with this, and a wrap dress was probably one of the top things people said. But if I explain now that this fabric is horrid, it's truly horrid. It's really thin, it distorts. You've got to handle it like silk. It's very delicate. It's got a bit of stretch, but oh my goodness, where did I get this fabric from? I really don't know. I, in the end, went for 2 patterns. I thought I would make a top and I'd use a trouser pattern that I've used many times to make a pair of trousers. The top worked out really well. The trousers are horrible. And I have to say, I think I've made the perfect decorating trousers, or perhaps gardening, because they're the kind of things you will throw on where you really don't care what happens to them. I will show you some pictures at the end, but I'm actually going to start with the top, the good thing. Now I used one of my favourite patterns, which is Simplicity 8556, and I do View C, which does look like a boring pattern from the front, but it isn't. On the back, you've got a yoke, you've got a pleat. The front of it, the front bottom hem is squared off, but the back of it is rounded. I've made this pattern a few times. I absolutely love it. Sorry, I dropped it. It is for lightweight denim, sateen, silky types, georgette, but I always make it in a knit. I have to say, I always make it in quite a lightweight knit with a drape. So this viscose jersey actually was perfect. So here we have it. It's because the fabric is horrible, it does drape nicely and hangs, and that's actually perfect for this top. So as I say, I'll show it to you on me. You've got 3/4 length arm sleeves. You've got the front, you've got the back with the curve, which is lovely, and the hem, and you've got the yoke in the back. Now this has actually worked out to be quite a perfect top. I've got this colour cardigan, a rust colour cardigan, which is just perfect, and it's sort of denim-y colour. So as a top, it worked really well. So that was my win. I then went on to make another favourite pattern of mine, Simplicity 1887. I know it's not everybody's favourite, but I've made these shorts and the trousers. I tend to make them cropped quite often, and I thought this needs drape, so the fabric should work. So I made the trousers up. There's nothing really wrong with them, and the fact that the pattern just doesn't look right on me as a pair of trousers. It's just too heavy. It's got the pockets on the front. You've got elasticated waistband. You're meant to add 2 ties here. Once I put the waistband on, I didn't like them on me, and I thought I'm not going to waste any more time and effort putting the ties on. But I could actually wear them as they are anyway. They're quite baggy, loose. I've made them 3/4. They're just not me. They're not me. And the funny thing is, apart from wearing this with it, which I really wouldn't, I don't have anything to wear with this other than, say, maybe a black t-shirt, which isn't going to do a lot. So I'm going to do my best now in some photos, trying to style it for you, as a lot of people do. But yeah, I should have stopped here when I had success with this. Now, I'm really glad I didn't bother to make a dress out of it because it just clings. It clings to me, it clings to everything. I think it's going to be okay as a top, but as a dress, I think it would have been an utter nightmare. So that wouldn't have been right. So the fabric wasn't a complete loss because I've got a nice top out of it. Just didn't work on the bottom half for me at all. It's odd, isn't it? It's just crazy how those things work out. You can see my love for it by the way I'm bunching it up. Enough about that. So I am left with two fabrics now. We have got this a kind of viscose crepe jersey. I think I actually got this from Sew Over It about 7-8 years ago. Haven't used it at all. It's a beautiful piece of material, and I think it I would say only I've got 1.5 meters of it, so it might just be a top, which would be fantastic because over a black pair of trousers it would be very classy. And I have this fabric. I actually saw my daughter today and I tried to sell it to her and I said, oh, would you like this fabric? And she went, no. I think this fabric could be fine in the summer. I think it could make kind of a summery dress. I think it could work. And I certainly think the magic dress that I can't remember the number of, but I put the number here, would be all right in it. So I'm left with these two pieces of fabric. Now, you know me, I have been absolutely fair. I've done it rigidly, I've done equal, and whatever it's landed on, I have sewn. So I've been a really good girl and I've not cheated, and I set the phonotimers, and I'm going to continue that with the spin for this time's fabric. Before I do it, I will just say this one, whatever it lands on, will probably be the last of before Christmas, and I will be coming up with something new and different in the new year. So if you are a subscriber, if you just hit that bell, and then you'll know you're coming up with my next way of using up stuff that I keep ignoring. And if you'd like to subscribe, that would be absolutely amazing. So, shall we do the spin of the wheel? I've been cheeky. I have been cheeky. Look what I've done. So I've done, you can see I really don't want to sew this up. I probably might if it was heading into the spring, summer, but I really want it to land on this. Now, let's just see. Let's leave it to fate, as we have done all the way along, and see what happens. So let's do the spin now. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to give it a good spin. Obviously, I'm really looking for this side, and I've got 60% of my circle is that fabric. Here we go. Yes. Oh man, I'm so glad. Yes. As you can see, I'm very glad that it landed fairly and squarely on the fabric that I wanted. I have just noticed it's a John Caldor fabric actually, something that I would very rarely treat myself to, so I probably got it in a sale. Yeah, so here we go, 1.5 meters of it. I'm going to see what I can eke out of it, and that's just going to be perfect now because I can make something sort of to wear with some black trousers if we're going out for a meal or whatever over the coming month, as it is heading up to Christmas. I promise I will make something from this very shortly in the new year, perhaps. I promise it won't be ignored. Oh, thank you so much. It's been so much fun doing this, and the support I've had from you all has been amazing. Please check back with me in a couple of weeks to see what I made with this, and I look forward to seeing you all very shortly. Don't forget to check out #FridaySews, which is a community of sewists where we all try and produce videos over a Friday, sometimes a Saturday, just giving you an update on what we've been doing and sewing. And also I've got the Lutterlow system videos that I often bring out every now and again. So thank you again, and I will see you all shortly. Goodbye for now.